Today, we're gonna downsize our pedal board. 6 pedals into this. Hey, how's it going everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Matt, and welcome to the guitar journey, where I talk about guitars, amps, and pedals, and creative process in general. But today we're going to focus on the pedal board construction. Over the years, I've actually been using the pedal train for flight case, basically, for all my guitar needs when I'm playing live, when I'm playing for church, when I'm playing for weddings. And the pedal board has been pretty good for the most part, but I wanted something that was a bit more minimalist. I really did feel less is more in a lot of these situations. Kind of created a challenge for me to try it out, minimize everything into just 6 pedals. I was able to still put the DC power brick into my pedal board. Now, for those who are aware of the DC power brick, it's one of the most reliable power sources that I've ever had. I've been using for close to 20 years now, and I never really found a reason to change it. It comes with 9 volts and 18 volt output, so it's really good. Most of my pedals use 9 volt, but I do prefer using 18 volt for the EP Booster. I think it has a little bit better tone. The issue with the power brick, and the main problem I had, was that I couldn't fit it underneath the Nano Plus board. So either I operate all my pedals on batteries, which I never do, or I buy a new power source. But you can see that you're spending close to anywhere from $100 to $200 to $300 depending on what you need. And I just didn't really feel like it was a really good use of your money just to get a new power source to fit on the board. So I made it a challenge to fit 6 pedals on my board, including my original power brick. And this is how I did it. So if you look at it closely, I really had to arrange everything really tight. Now, let's start off with the pedals. As you can see, the first pedal that I always have is the Boss Tuner, the TU3. This pedal pretty much stays on the board the whole time. I do have a separate tuner, which I will show you. For your tuner solutions, you can always use something like a clip-on, which I used to use. Next pedal I have is the EP Booster. Now, I wish I knew about this pedal earlier on. I really feel like this pedal is my always on pedal. It's pretty much on 90% or 95% of the time. The EP Booster just makes the tone so round, and it just really brightens up and makes it warmer. Next one I go into is my main overdrive, which is the Boss Super Overdrive. I really like this pedal, the SD1. It's just, for just like mid-gain use. It's not like a high gain pedal, but it's really nice when you set it at around noon, and it just kind of pushes your signal just slightly, and it gives you a bit of that hair, that little like distortion just about before it breaks up, and it just sounds really nice. It sounds very smooth, and that's kind of like the main pedal. And when you combine it with the EP Booster, you get some pretty amazing results. So hopefully you guys can hear that later on. I'm going to show you that as well. So what do you guys use, and what type of pedals do you need on your board at all times? Is there a pedal that is always on, like my Booster? All right, and the next pedal is modulation. And what I normally do is I use the JHS delay, and that goes into my reverb. And then from the reverb, so these are basically my 2 modulation effects when I need a little bit more, need the signal to be a bit wetter. I was actually thinking of getting the Boss RV6, but I came across this pedal. It was actually cheaper, and the salesman at the time was like, "Hey, if you like the RV6, maybe you should give this a shot because we don't have the RV6 right now." So I was like, "Oh, okay." And I really needed a reverb pedal at the time, so I was just, I'll give it a shot. It's not that expensive. I think I got it for like $100 at the time. And it's a really good pedal. It's kind of incredible because it's very lush. You have a very long decay, and it really sits in the mix really well. Like, I use it quite a bit for ambient music, when I'm playing for worship music. And this type of pedal just kind of creates a very nice landscape. Anyways, going back to the delay, This is the JHS Series 3 delay. It has the digital and the analog function, so it's pretty cool. I used to have the Boss DD7, and I was thinking of getting the Boss DD8, but again, I've been hearing some really good things about JHS pedals, so I gave it a shot, and now it's pretty much on my board the whole time. So as you can see, that's what I have. Finally, I have the last pedal is the Boss IR2. Now, where I play live most of the time now is at a church where we don't actually need an amp. So most of the time when I don't need an amp, this is basically my amp replacement, and it's been solid. You have a lot of range of tones. The Diamond and the Tweed it basically models after like Fender amps and Vox amps and Marshall amps. Of course, you're not going to get the exact same tone, but you're getting pretty close there. And for $290 Canadian, this is basically the amp solution now. And a lot of venues, I think, are trying to go digital, go into PA. So yeah, the Boss IR2, you're basically just putting the pedal straight into the PA system, and it just makes life easier for the sound guy. They don't have to micro amp anymore. It's basically just bring your guitar and your pedal board, and that's what you have. So there you have it. I have the tuner, the boost, the overdrive, going into delay, going into reverb, and finally the IR2. All right, so I'm gonna show you some tones as well, like basically what I have. Right now what you're hearing is gonna go through a Fender American Pro to Stratocaster, straight into the pedal board, and then into the front end of the Trainer YCB 4050. It's not going through the effects loop, so I just want you to hear how it sounds directly. All right, that's it. Have a good day.